I inflict it so you don't have to. Welcome to the latest issue of Butthurt Commentaries, not a man inflicting it, Rome was the second, don't ask me out the first, and let's pray to God there is no third. Today's video we're going to take a look at a user known as Rise of Tato Shire. Tato. Where have we heard this guy before? If you guessed MS Skull 1, you'd be correct. But this guy has gained a much more infamous reputation, not just from MS Skull, but from a bunch of other commentators such as Death Critic, Vesper the Snake, hell, even Supersonic 47 took a shot at the guy. So you're probably wondering, why am I bothering with him if others have tried as well? Simply because this was too funny to pass up. Plus, Bell will get a real kick out of this, I'm pretty sure of that. Now, before I start, I just want to recap on Tato's stupidity. He made a video raging about something insignificant and blowing it out of proportion, panty and stockings. He raged quit and came back with a new account, Mr. Punch Drunk turned into Rise of Tato Shire. And he hates to be proven wrong and always thinks he's right and attempts to get into arguments with more well-known users. Example, MS Skull. Gee, who does that remind you of? Does ASAP ring any bells?
Guys, Rise of Tato Shire here. Now, this is going to be like my responses to Dead Baby from Space and We Player 9, where I'm going to be as mature as I possibly can.
Wait, Tato? Mature? What, did one of Harold Camping's End of the World theories actually occur?
I'm not going to go around name-calling or mudslinging in any way. So, see, over my career on the internet, I've learned that trying to discuss things like this in a civilized manner for a video probably gets a lot more accomplished.
Third gen faggot.
I don't do full-length commentaries much anymore. However, a dude known as the Tiger Strike 1 is really asking for this right here.
Bullshit, you're making this video because your ass is hurt, you lying cunt.
And yes, I'm still working on that list I promised all of you guys. I still have a lot of scripting to do, however, I'm just lazy as hell with it. But I'm gonna need some filler until then. Anyways, let's punk!
Oh my god, this is like the most amazing intro ever. All the hardcore music and anime clips, that's so amazing. How I wish my editing skills were just as great as this. I mean, screw simple intros made of flesh. I want something like this. Surprised this hasn't been taken down on copyright. Skipping!
Wow, you still think this video is relevant? This video was uploaded a while ago, you know. Just saying. I mean, I have uploaded a new video since then. Why people such as yourself aren't on that one, I'll never know. This has to be the most retarded defense I've ever read.
I remember leaving that comment to GamerGuy1995, and I stand by what I said there.
Of course you do.
Why are people still focused on that video? I realized he was a troll now. Hell, the point of that video was not to call him an idiot for not liking what I like or whatever, but more like how I was pointing out how if he were real or not, I probably wouldn't get along with him either way. MS Skull 01 thinks things go over my head. Just look at the people who lost it at that video.
Yeah, pro tip, there's a difference between getting a mixed signal and pulling bullshit out of your ass, which is what you were basically doing. Don't lie to me, it's pretty fucking obvious. And even if people did tell you this guy is a troll, you still refute everything someone says to you, and you continuously fight back as if everyone was wrong. Oh, and by the way, a little hypocrisy, you bitch at us for talking about a video that you claim is old, yet you still hold a grudge against MS Skull. You're still on about that? Hell, that video is almost half a year old, while yours is like, what, a month old?
Indeed. Rice potato salad.
Well, there wasn't really any logic in that video I made. It was just a simple one-shot commentary I made for simple humor.
Wait, hold on. At first you said it was about you thinking you wouldn't get along with the person if they were real or not. But now you're going along saying you did it for humor? Come on, which is it? Is it one or the other? Oh, and another pro tip? Humor is supposed to be funny.
Since then, that's fine and fucking dandy, but there's one problem. They suck too.
Mind explaining how my updates video, new intro, or goodbye to Brawlmaster 08 were anything like my usual OSCs? I'll admit, I'm terrible at those for the most part, despite my best friend inventing them, and I can really see why a lot of people don't like them, which is why I stopped making them.
Right, which is why you still moan and complain when people call you a dipshit. Here's another pro tip. Make a story and stick with it. It's one paradox after another. God!
However, those 3 videos weren't me attacking anybody, making illogical arguments, or playing Gurren Lagann music with some stupid quote I pulled right out of my ass. I think professional wrestling is nothing more than a desperate cry for help. Second, my video is in no way, shape, or form about panty and stocking dying. It was about how an animation company in Japan went from making one of the single-handedly greatest shonen anime I have ever seen to probably one of the worst abominations to have ever come out of Japan. Hell, I hated it more than I hated, well, a lot of things. And that's saying something. I don't know if this dude is for real or not, but something tells me I really wouldn't like him in real life if I met him. Wow, Leia X. Welcome to 3 weeks later. I mean, it's totally not like I haven't learned from this video since then, or other users haven't made responses to it. And yes, I picked the Scooby-Doo argument. The fact that only I and a couple others are sick of seeing that brown mess everywhere, it kind of pisses me off that no one else is annoyed with Cartoon Network's treatment of the series. I mean, yes, the list had other major problems with it, but now I know it's a troll video anyways. Jeez!
You sure about that?
Those videos were simple mashups or text videos telling people how I am, or what's going on for me on the internet, such as my good friend Brawlmaster08 leaving the internet. So why you have anything against those videos I made since that video you're ranting on, I'll never know.
And you know why? Because people are always telling you exactly what's wrong with your videos. You fall for obvious trolls.
Ah, shitty commentator cliche number 34. Asking a person for information when they state their reasons the very next second. Looking real good on you, mate.
Well, am I the only one who falls for obvious trolls? No, I'm not. Like Youngblood Fantasy 91 said in one of his more recent videos, that a lot of people did, like that on Mario to Plumber. Name one person who wasn't fooled by him at first. I was fooled by him at first. Hell, even Revenge of the Fallen has fallen for obvious trolls before, such as, let's say, Mario to Plumber, and that girl who supposedly thanked God for Japan's earthquakes.
And you notice something? They get called out as well. Just because it happened to one person doesn't mean others can be left scot-free. In fact, to put it in your logic, let's say this. A group of kids spray confetti all over a building and they get in trouble, so all the other kids who spray confetti all over that same building should be left alone? No, it's called consistency. Everybody gets an equal punishment if they fuck up on something. Hell, if it was me who fell for that troll video, people would have called me out for that. Why do I get the feeling he's going to pull a troll card just to make me look stupid? Oh god, Shadowstar flashbacks!
You show us just how mature you are, and
You know, I'm not the only one who's acted immature in videos. Hell, every commentator has. Also, if you've seen my other 2 videos like this one I'm doing for you, you know that I'm not always acting immature. Like with you, We Player 9 and Dead Baby from Space, I'm actually being mature for a 3rd time.
Wait, but you said at the beginning of your video that being mature makes your video more effective, so what, this fucked up on you twice before? Another pro tip. Consistency. You lack it.
You're the one who's losing your temper here.
you know why? Because people are always telling you exactly what's wrong with your videos. You fall for obvious trolls. You show us just how mature you are.
Oh yes, he be mad, brother. Mad! It's hard to contain the beast within him. Hold on, I think a fresh supply of hearing aids just dropped by your front door.
Or in a lot of your videos. I have too, don't get me wrong. However, unlike you, I can own up to my mistakes.
You own up to your mistakes? Then explain to me the butthurt rageathons you start with your one-shots on people who call you a dipshit, along with the comments that you leave on people's comment sections, and the videos who call you out, along with you constantly making the same noobish mistakes in your future videos. Oh yeah, you're such a man. How could I not see you're not inflating your head at all?
And remember when you said that you hate weeaboos in a commentary on an obvious troll, no less? Well, All that you do is talk about anime. You're a self-hating weeaboo, but you know...
Here's the thing. I'm not really as much of a fan of anime as I am a fan of artists with a vision. Sure, that's mostly common in anime and manga. However, there are US cartoons like that I like, such as Hey Arnold or Doug. Two US cartoons that really weren't story-oriented at all. However, what I liked about those shows is that they were both made by people who had an artistic vision and wanted to share it with others. That's also what I like about all of the anime series I happen to be a huge fan of. Not because they were from Japan or the art style, but because I like the artistic aspect to it.
You don't like anime because it's from Japan and because of its art style, but because of its artistic aspect? There we go, changing stories again. Oh, and I do believe you really are a weeaboo, considering you took something like panting and stocking so damn seriously you thought it would ruin Gymex's career for good. Just from one little thing. I said this in my commentary on Up Till, and now I'm going to say it here. Supply and demand.
But you know what? You just don't get this. None of this penetrates your thick...
You don't follow many members of the YouTube anime community, do you? I'm actually not the only one who has dedicated my channel to such topics. There are other great users who have too, such as J-Man's Productions, Seasonal Talk Sam, both good friends of mine. The list goes on. Hell, I've seen people dedicate entire videos to individual manga chapters. As much as I'm not too fond of, let's say, the Phone 999, I wouldn't call him a weeaboo. Hell, I wouldn't even call him an otaku. No, he's just a huge fan of a lot of series, such as myself.
Get this.
Pointless filler comment for the win.
See? I can do it too.
Get this. None of this penetrates your thick skull and reaches your neocortex.
I'll get you next time, Crash Bandicoot. Sorry, hairball.
Letting you understand that you are fucking wrong. You are still the exact same idiot that you were when you were Punch Drunk.
Yeah, if I were the same idiot I was if I were Punch Drunk, why am I being calm and collected here? Like I said earlier, you're angry over nothing. And I'm gonna leave it here. If you want to discuss things maturely, I'm more than happy to. If you're gonna lose your temper at me, you only prove me right. Anyways, Sheree out.
You want to know something, Tater? You know what? Fuck it. I'm calling you Tater Salad a la MS Scala 1, considering that's the way you like it. You just stated you don't rage at people anymore, yet further back into the video you stated you still rage at times, but there's some attempts you try to be mature. Would you stop changing the story already? I barely get to read chapter 1 every time you give me a new story to read. Oh, and irony is, he and Tiger Strike did speak with each other, and you know how he preached to Tiger Strike not to rage at him? Yeah, you could say he was an irony cow just waiting to be milked. You, sir, haven't changed from Mr. Punch Drunk. You're still an ego-stroking nipple grabber, you're still a rageaholic numbnut, and overall, you're a retard. Adios, mind slaves. Oh, and Tato, I'll be waiting for my response, honey. I hope there's a Mega Man comparison.